Hello, I'm Ron Miscavige, and this is Story Time, and I am your storyteller. Now, today's story is out of a book I wrote called Hideouts for Midgets on the Lam. Some of the other stories that I've told was out of a book called True Confessions of a Kid. Both of these are on sale on my website. So now let's get right into the story. And today's story is called Always Ask a Blind Person for Directions. Here we go. Always ask a blind person for directions. Now, this actually happened to me. It took place in the late 70s, and even as I tell about it now, I still get a chuckle. Not at the misfortune of someone being blind, but of one human being's natural bent to help another human being. I had recorded some music in England in 1974 and got a writer's contract with Chappell's Publishing Company. Now living in the States, I didn't want to go to London to present them with some new songs, so I looked it up where they might have an office in the States, found out that they didn't have one, but they did have one in Toronto, Canada. Got a flight up there, booked a hotel room, and for about one day just enjoyed the city. Now there's a street there called Yonge Street, which is the longest street in the world, and I can tell you with quite a bit of certainty that if you put on a pair of inline roller skates and knock together a kite, you could catch the wind coming off Lake Ontario and could skate a good 10 miles up that street without any taxi fee, just with the help of Mother Nature and her wind. Now back to the actual story. I got my sheets of music together, put them in a briefcase, went downstairs, went out into the street, and decided I wouldn't use a taxi, but would use the city's transit system. I had already purchased a map of the city and worked out exactly where Chappell's Publishing was located, but didn't work out the entire bus route to get there. So I got in a bus that I knew was heading in the right direction, sat down directly in back of the driver, and asked him what bus would take me to where I was going. Before he could answer, a very attractive young girl who was sitting opposite me said, "I can tell you how to get there." When I say she was sitting opposite me, the front seats on this bus were facing each other. She said, "Get off on Green Street and then stand on the corner, and a number 79 bus will take you to about 7 blocks to Walter Street. Get off there and take a B County Line bus, and that will drop you off exactly where you are heading for." Now, before I continue, as she was talking, I noticed that she had a short, about 1 foot long, round stick in her hand, and this is what happened. I said, "Wow, I appreciate that very much," which I did, since at that point I was basically flying by the seat of my pants, so to speak. She said, "No problem. I'm glad to help. Listen, whenever you are in a new city and don't know how to get where you are going, always ask a blind person for directions." And with that statement, she gave a sharp motion with her hand and held that short stick, and it snapped open, and it was a blind person's cane. The bus stopped, and as soon as she got out and the door closed, the bus driver and all the passports burst into laughter. As the bus pulled away, and I watched her tapping her cane from left to right, I thought to myself, what the hell are you laughing at? You know, I think she has a point, since a blind person is dependent on buses and their exact routes to get where they are going. And all she wanted to do was help someone. End of story. And let me tell you something. I appreciated that so much, I can't tell you. Several years ago, I come up with this philosophy. Maybe some of you know what it is, but it's only 4 words, and all it is this: help someone, help something. You get that? Just help someone, help something. I try my best to utilize this in my life, and I'm successful most of the times. But the thing is, since I codified it to just that, help someone, help something, there may be times when, as an exact example, I'll go out to the car and I have a garage that's detached from my house, and in there I have birdseed. And sometimes as I'm walking by, I'll go in the garage and I think, wait a minute, I didn't feed the birds. See, this reminds me of it. I scoop out the birdseed, go out, throw it in a bird feeder. I've done that. Knowing this, knowing just those 4 words, help someone, help something, it's a kind of a reminder that if you do this, you're going to benefit your fellow man and your fellow birds, cats, dogs, your house. As an example, how would you help something? Well, I'll tell you how. In my house, which was built in the 30s, I have doors that are made out of natural oak and trim that goes around it. And I get lemon oil and I put it on it and it looks beautiful. That's helping something. If my car is dirty, I'll get it washed. I'm helping something. Those 4 words, help someone, help something, they've turned out to be quite powerful for me. And I am telling you, my life literally has improved across the boards since I started applying it. So that was your story for entertainment today, and a little philosophy that you could adopt. You don't have to, just like you don't have to do anything. You have a choice in life. But it's a damn good choice if you adopt this and use it in your life, and you'll see just about everything improve. Help someone, help something. So that's today's story, and a little bit of advice. I know that, hey, listen, they say the road to hell is paved with good advice. This happens to be good advice. So that's today's story, and if you want to see what else I do, you can go to my website, The Real Ron Miscavige, where you could subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and press the little bell there, which means that when I do another video, you're going to get notified. And then if you would care to, and I would appreciate it very much if you were to become a Patreon, which you could help the ongoingness of this and the other programs that I do. That's it for today. Again, I'm Ron Miscavige. This has been Story Time. I wish you success. I wish you health, happiness, and God bless all of you. Until the next time, I'm Ron Miscavige. See you on the next episode. Bye-bye for now.